Hello, welcome back to Erica's Welsh Garden. Today is Friday the 29th of April and I've just popped down the allotment. I've got the shipping container just behind me because it's really windy here and I wanted to kind of be a little bit out of the way. Now the last couple of days we've had pretty much constant rain, and I've not been down the allotment. Usually I come every single day, but I've just not been for maybe 3 days now. So because I don't use anything for slug deterrent whatsoever, I thought I'd better pop down now where I've got a bit of time, where it's not raining, and I could just have a check up on everything and see how it's doing. And by the looks of it, even though we haven't had loads of warm sun, quite a lot of my stuff has seemed to really just take off. My turnips are looking really good actually, and I'm sure they must have grown quite a bit since last time I was here. But anyway, I thought since it was almost the beginning of May, I would give you a quick tour of my polytunnel. Now everything in my polytunnel, or my area of the polytunnel, has actually been filled up now. So I thought I would give you a quick kind of look at what I've got growing and what my plans for kind of the rest of the year in the polytunnel are. Because last year I only grew tomatoes in there, and I did grow I did try and grow cucumbers as well, but I think I got about 3 cucumbers the whole year, so that was a bit of a disaster. But I have had a little bit of a problem with the labels. But anyway, let's turn the camera around and go into the polytunnel and I'll show you what I've got growing. So here you go, here is my area of the polytunnel. Now you probably can't see me very well because the lighting isn't very good. Some of you may have already seen this if you follow me on social media. I did upload some photos of when I planted this up at the weekend, but I'll turn the camera around now so you can see better what I've got growing here. So here you go, this is what I've got growing in my area of the polytunnel. This is pretty much the same setup as I did last year, but last year I grew 3 Yellow Delight tomatoes down the side here, and I think I only had 4 tomato plants growing here, or possibly just 3. I think it was 3 actually, because I only grew in 3 halos last year. And just at the very back where that black container is, I had 1 grow bag with 2 cucumbers in, and the plan for the cucumbers were that they were going to climb all the way up here on some old netting that had been left, but they never really climbed, and it all became a bit of a jungle here last year, because until last year I didn't really understand what kind of pinching out the side shoots meant. But this year I've gone again with some grow bags down the side and then some halos. But yeah, last year I only grew in 3 halos, but I got another 3 halos this year to grow tomatoes in as well. Now if you don't know what halos are, basically you just plant up in the middle with the tomatoes, and then for the first 2 weeks you just water inside the middle, and then after 2 weeks you can fill up the reservoir all around the tomato plant, and then there's like a drip irrigation that goes into the water just where the roots are. So I really highly recommend these, especially in a kind of polytunnel situation or at an allotment where you can't always, you know, get down twice a day. And sometimes in a shared polytunnel, you know, if you can't get down, no one else got down that day, and then, you know, they dried out really quickly. So I definitely recommend these. But last year when I got these halos, I did do a video all about kind of how they worked, so I'll put that up in the cards now, and I'll also put that down in the description if you're interested. But I found them so useful last year. The only issue that I have had this year, and it's a bit of a big issue actually, the tomatoes that I've got growing here, these are all heritage seed library, or ones that I've picked up from the heritage seed library originally through seed swaps and stuff like that. But I did actually I did label all of them, but my daughter took the labels out and mixed them all up, so I have absolutely no idea which varieties of tomatoes that I've got growing here. But I am hoping that by the time they come to fruit, that I am going to be able to work out which one's which. Yeah, so there you go. Here are my tomatoes, and I'm hoping to get a really big crop this year, but they are so overcrowded. I probably wouldn't really suggest growing them this close together, but when you've only got a small area in a shared polytunnel, why not? My plan is to actually put some carrots down the center of the two halos, or kind of like, you know, down the 2 rows of halos. And when I take the tomatoes out this year, I am going to be putting a crop in for overwinter. Last year I didn't grow anything in here at all, but I was thinking something like some onions over winter and some carrots are definitely a good way to use that polytunnel. So if you think that's a good idea, let me know. If you think that I have got far too many tomatoes together in this space, let me know as well. I'm not going to take any out though, but we'll see how it goes. I'm going to be getting some bamboo canes put in here over the weekend, I imagine, just so that they can start kind of being tied up to those. But I'm pretty happy. These got put in over the weekend, last weekend, so they've been here for a week and they aren't looking too bad. Only this one here is looking a tiny little bit kind of yellow, but apart from that they are looking pretty healthy. Now with these plant halos, because you plant in the middle, you're able to earth up the tomatoes pretty well, so that you get lots of root growth in here. So after a couple of weeks of being watered just in the middle, I'll only water in the middle when I'm going to be giving them a fertilizer, which is pretty good. But anyway, I'm chatting on again like usual, but I hope you've enjoyed having a quick look inside the polytunnel now. And now I will go and take you out to have a quick look at my turnips. So here are my turnips. I can't believe how amazingly well they're doing. I'm really sorry if there's wind noise now, so I won't talk for long, but I'm so hopeful about these. And this entire bed, I've never grown direct in the soil before, and you can clearly see there are a good few rows of beetroot and carrot there, so pretty exciting. So despite me chatting on for absolutely ages, I hope you've enjoyed watching today. If this is the first time you watch me, please do hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to be notified of all of my latest videos. I'm going to be back down at the allotment over the weekend, so I'm going to try and get you a May garden tour done, because so much has been growing really nicely here. I have got a few issues with my no-dig beds though. Some of them, well, look, I'm chatting on again. I will go through that on the next video, but thank you very much for watching today. There are a couple of videos up on the screen now that you may be interested in watching, so please do click on those, and thanks very much. Take care. Bye.